Hello, fellow space enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are embarking on an exciting journey through time to explore the remarkable history of spaceflight. If you're as fascinated by the cosmos as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you won't miss any of our captivating content. Let's launch into the past and uncover the incredible story of humanity's exploration of space. Our journey begins with the pioneers of rocketry, like Konstantin Tsiolkovsky and Robert Goddard. It is indeed Tsiolkovsky who said the famous, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but who spends his whole life in his cradle?" Their visionary ideas laid the foundation for space exploration. Joining forces during World War II, German engineers developed the infamous V-2 rocket. Though we will explore more into the technical details inside our course about the basics of rocketry, which will be out soon, the V-2 rocket, also known as the A-4, was a groundbreaking technological achievement developed by Nazi Germany during World War II. It is considered one of the precursors to modern spaceflight due to its advanced design and propulsion system. The development of this rocket began in the 1930s under the leadership of German engineer Wernher von Braun. The V-2 was developed in great secrecy, and its initial test flights took place in 1942. It marked a significant technological leap in rocketry and laid the groundwork for future space exploration. After World War II, both the United States and the Soviet Union captured V-2 rockets and key German scientists and engineers, including Wernher von Braun, as part of the Operation Paperclip initiative. This significantly contributed to the development of rockets for space travel in both nations. The 1950s and 60s witnessed the intense space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Iconic moments like the launch of Sputnik 1, the first human in space, Yuri Gagarin, and Apollo 11's historic moon landing, showcased humanity's ability to reach for the stars. Human missions to the moon have been among the most remarkable achievements in the history of space exploration. The Apollo program conducted by NASA in the 1960s and 1970s stands out as the pinnacle of human lunar exploration. Here's an overview of the Apollo missions that successfully landed astronauts on the moon. Apollo 11 was the first mission to successfully land astronauts on the moon. On board the spacecraft were astronauts Neil Armstrong, Edwin "Buzz" Aldrin, and Michael Collins. On July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the lunar surface, followed shortly by Buzz Aldrin. They spent about 2.5 hours conducting experiments, collecting samples, and taking iconic photographs. Armstrong's famous words as he stepped onto the moon were, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." The Apollo 11 mission marked a historic achievement in human exploration and the culmination of the intense space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Apollo 12 mission followed just 4 months after Apollo 11. Astronauts Charles Pete Conrad, Alan Bean, and Richard Gordon were the crew. The mission faced a lightning strike shortly after liftoff, but the crew managed to reach the moon and successfully landed in the ocean of storms. Not as planned went the Apollo 13 mission, as you may have heard. This was the 7th crewed mission in NASA's Apollo program and was intended to be the 3rd mission to land humans on the moon. It is best known for the dramatic events that unfolded during the mission, which nearly resulted in a catastrophic failure but ultimately became a successful example of teamwork, problem-solving, and ingenuity in the face of adversity. Apollo 13 was launched on April 11, 1970, from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and the crew was composed by James Lovell as the commander, John Swigert as the command module pilot, who replaced a few days before launch Ken Mattingly due concerns, then appeared unfounded, about a potential illness. Fred Haise completed the trio as the lunar module pilot. The astronauts were tasked with conducting geological experiments and collecting lunar samples. However, the mission had to be aborted before reaching the lunar surface due to a critical malfunction. During Apollo 14 mission, Alan Shepard famously hit 2 golf balls on the lunar surface using a makeshift club, becoming the first, and so far, only, person to play golf on the moon. Apollo 15 was the first mission to carry a lunar rover, allowing astronauts David R. Scott and James B. Irwin to cover greater distances on the moon's surface. The final 2 Apollo missions, Apollo 16 and Apollo 17, continued to advance lunar exploration, conducting experiments and collecting samples. Apollo 17 was the last human mission to the Moon and featured the longest stay on the lunar surface. Astronaut Eugene A. Cernan, the mission commander, was the last person to leave the Moon's surface. These Apollo missions provided valuable scientific data, samples, and insights into the Moon's geology, as well as the challenges and achievements of human space exploration. Since Apollo, no other human missions have been sent to the Moon, but there are plans for future crewed lunar missions, including NASA's Artemis program, aimed at landing the first woman and the next man on the lunar surface by the mid-2020s. The 1970s and 80s saw collaborative efforts, such as the Apollo-Soyuz test project and the Space Shuttle program. The first space stations like SkyLab and MIR provided valuable insights into living and working in space. These endeavors showed that international cooperation could overcome even the vastness of the cosmos. As we enter the 21st century, we witness a new era of space exploration. Robots like the Mars rovers delve into the mysteries of our neighboring planet, while ambitious missions like the New Horizons probe reveal the secrets of distant Pluto. Private companies like SpaceX are revolutionizing the industry with reusable rockets and plans for Mars colonization. So, what does the future hold for spaceflight? With plans for lunar bases, Mars missions, and beyond, we are on the cusp of an exciting era. The exploration of exoplanets, harnessing resources from asteroids, and perhaps even interstellar travel are all within our reach. As we conclude this journey through time, remember to subscribe to our channel, so you can stay informed about the unfolding chapters of our cosmic story. Thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage through the history of spaceflight. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Keep looking up, stay curious, and until next time, keep exploring.